through the process of setting our title, our tagline, our icon, and then we'll pick a theme, okay? And that's going to be kind of an interesting thing. I kind of want to talk you through that part. And then we'll, again, as we progress through these videos, you'll get little segments of kind of my thoughts on things. And so this part is pretty straightforward. Going from where we currently are, now that you're logged in, now that everything has been, you've gotten to the place where you can launch your site. We're not going to do that just yet. We may do it in this video stream, but we're now going to set our title. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, inside of our dashboard, go to General. We are going to find our site title right up here, okay, just this field. And so, as I said, this one's going to be my basic learning website, so I'm going to call it basic learning website. And my tagline is going to be, look what we can do. And that's pretty simple. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom here. By the way, I did that really fast. So we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. And I'm just going to go on ahead and save that change. It'll save the change. It'll update. You'll see a progress bar through your URL, and then it'll update, and you'll see this little success message. So that's one of the first things I want to point out is some of this messaging that you're going to get is it's going to say your settings are saved. I also want to point out this message up here at the top. You're going to need to verify your email, or else over time this is going to become something you can't use, okay? So if you did not receive the email, you're going to ask it to resend that confirmation email or send it to another email address. Well, guess what? I just so happen to have my email on this computer, and I'm going to pull up my WordPress email right here, and I'm going to confirm that email address. Okay, so by doing that, it's going to confirm it, and I'm going to see if it autofills. Nope. Roanoke Salem homeschool.com. Actually all lands in the exact same email address. So check your, oh, you know what? It's trying to do this in the same place where I am. So let me let me redo this. I'm going to come back and do this in a little while later, and then we'll go from there. It's not a big deal. I just happen to be logged in an incognito browser window, so that's going to make it so that it's a little harder, because it's going to try to jump in here and it's going to pretend it doesn't even know I'm logged in. All right, with all that said, we are going to now make a logo for this, okay? Yes, you can try Fiverr's logo maker, but I've got one, and so I'm going to create or choose my site icon by clicking there. I'm going to select files. I can just drag and drop. I'm going to desktop. I'll call it, look for heart icon, just simply because I have it, and I'm going to hit upload, and it's uploading, and I'm going to set this as the site's icon. Now I can go in and change that. It's going to be up here in the as the browser icon. You can change this and or just simply remove it in the future. But this is kind of a fun little thing. So sure, go find an image that you think might be a good icon, or see if you can have some kind of an icon maker. Use AI to generate an icon, and there you go. So the next thing we want to do is we want to pick our site design and theme. Okay, to me that's a fairly important thing, and so I don't want to just rush it here in the end of this video. But if your beginning of that might be your logo. If there's certain colors in your logo, if there's certain motifs like this curve in your logo, and you want to start looking for things, it might be a good way to say, hey, I need to start patterning my website based off of things that already exist. So this is the beginning of that process. Now, if you don't have a logo, that's totally fine too. I don't think people are going to make their decision whether or not to use your website based on the logo most of the time. I'm sure there's some exceptions and some reasons, but at least for most of the time, I don't think that's a problem. I do want you, however, to run down through here and look at how things are set up in this settings area. This is your general settings. You can start your day on your week on Sunday or Monday or any day. You know, when does the week start for this organization? I would love to hear an argument for anything other than Sunday or Monday. Do you want your action bar visible? Do you want it to have the admin interface have the classic style? We're not going to worry about that right now. You're already going to get frustrated enough by WordPress's inconsistency. Why make it worse? And then once you've done all this and you've decided how you want time to be formatted, how you want your dates to be formatted, all this sort of stuff, your site address, all these things. Once you've gone through all these, then feel free to save these changes, and then I will see you in the next video where we go into theme selection.